Let's give Sunday's daily puzzle on chess.com a shot. This is called Returning Full Triangle. It's white to move. Give the video a pause and try yourself if you feel like it. Cool, so my rook looks pretty comfortable right here. King could go to one of these two squares. If it went here, this would force a trade of the rook, or like an exchange. The rook would absolutely have to take that knight. I don't know if that's doing anything. So here, yeah, the king doesn't have any squares if I go here, so the rook would take. I would take with the pawn. I don't really know if that matters or not. It kind of feels like there must be a checkmate here somehow. I guess I could go here immediately. Yeah, so I'm down a queen right now. So I'm down a queen and I'm down a queen and a rook. So I must be finding a checkmate, I would think. I'm not winning material. This looks like the most forcing move, but even that's not that forcing, because either of these two moves are possible. I feel like if the king gets here, I don't really see. It almost feels like I need this square to check. So I feel like I can't really have my rook on this square. So maybe it is a knight check. Yeah, I guess the knight check sends the king to either one of these squares anyway, plus it takes away this square. So this actually feels like a better check. And then it leaves some mobility for both of my knight and my rook to access this square. It does block off the bishop though. Alright, well if I go here, king here, taking away this square. Yeah, this would be mate, wouldn't it? Not quite. This square, okay. But maybe that's the, okay. So here, if here would be forced. And then I have discovered attacks all over the place because the bishop is looking here. Yeah, I could go here and attack the queen, but again, I don't think I'm winning. I don't think it's material that I'm after here. Oh, and my knight is here, not here. Okay, wait, never mind. Alright, here, I'm just looking at this line first for some reason. Here, this is forced. And then this is checkmate. Yeah, the king's trapped on that square. No, it doesn't. This square is available to it. So I'd have to figure out how to take that square away. Feels like my rook has to get in somehow. Okay, so here. Alright, maybe I get away from this line first to try to prove a different line. What if the king goes back? Then this is checkmate immediately. Okay, so at least I've got one of the lines calculated. That's always a nice feeling. So if the king goes back to this square, I immediately checkmate it with the knight. Okay, so hopefully this is the line, and hopefully this is the tricky version of it. So this is the only other move for the king if I go here with the knight immediately. So here. It just feels like the king can just kind of like, between these three squares, so maybe that's the name of the puzzle, Returning Full Triangle. This is a little tiny triangle of squares. I also kind of have a right triangle of pieces here. So here. I gotta get my rook in at some point, but here. Feels like progress is being made by getting my knight here. Because now my knight takes away this square and this square. So maybe I have to like do this multiple, maybe there's some kind of like sequence of moves that I have to do multiple times. So here. King goes back to where it was originally. Problem is I can't check with any pieces once the king lands here. Except for the knight, which is on this square, and can you just come back here. Here. Yeah, there would be no benefit to me bringing the knight back here. So maybe this move is bad. Here. I guess I can go here, and then here maybe? Does that make any sense? This knight is being held down by this bishop. Okay, so here, double check. King has to go here. And then I have this check, and that's mate. Oh, the king will be able to go. No, it won't, because my knight's coming in. Is that right? This is disgusting. Okay. I think that works. I think what I just said works. Check here. Check here. Double check here with the bishop and the knight. King has to go here, and then I checkmate it with the knight here, taking away this square and checking it on this square. Knight's got this square, bishop has this square, and the knight has this square as well. I think that works. Wild little knight jumpy sequence. Alright, so I think it starts with this. King up, here. What? Why not? What was wrong with my idea? Here? I thought the king had to come here. And then I was thinking here. Oh, then the king probably has a lot of options, actually, after this check. Yeah, it doesn't have to go here at all. It could go here or here. No, just here. It could go here. Huh. Okay, so what's my next idea? I don't even see a check now. It's not this. Is it this? It's the only other move I see. So I sack the rook. Oh, so the pawn is going to take away that. The pawn's going to take away that square I just said. That's crazy. And then it's all this. Wild. Okay, so I needed to sack the rook to take away that square. I missed that the king has one extra square to move to. Huh. That's tough. Okay. Let me run this back one time. Alright, so a couple checks in this position look interesting, I think. Both of these looked interesting to me. Problem with this check is that, so the king has two different squares, but I'm blocking a pretty important square for my knight to get into. I really want my knight on this square to take away these two squares. So the idea starts here, and the knight, I mean the king only has two moves, one of these two moves. If it were to go here after this move, this would be checkmate. So the king has to come forward. After it comes forward, seems like I can jump my knight in and make some pretty important things happen here. But I actually sacrificed the rook first. And the rook sacrifice is interesting because it draws this pawn onto the square and takes away one of the escape squares for the king. So I go here, and the idea is that I'm going to go here, and the king's going to come over here. And now the king can't get to this square, which is a pretty important escape, because after I make this check right here, my bishop is checking the king, my knight is checking the king, my bishop is also protecting this knight. So the king only has one square to move to. It's right here. And now that the king is on this square, I can hop here, and the king is checkmated. It's kind of wild checkmate here, but all squares are taken away. So this pawn was pretty crucial. That I missed that rook sacrifice. I thought just the knights were doing the job, but they weren't. You needed the rook sacrifice. And that's the puzzle, dude. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.